Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. I'm doing a Muscle, the role-playing game story. I'm titling this one, The Substitute. Years ago, my younger wrestling character, Mad Max Monroe, was tag partners with my friend Jesse. His character was a 480-pound behemoth. We were a force to behold. When I do tag teams, I do a mover and a shaker. That's what I like to do. One big strong guy and one fast guy. The fast guy runs around and wears them out, and the big guy comes in and finishes them off. Well, I was the mover, and Jesse was the shaker. He had a double, I think it was a double specialized flying shoulder block. Dude was devastating. We really were a force to be reckoned with. We got the tag team titles, and we defended them a number of times. We were very successful. Then Jesse had to go out of town for work. We were supposed to defend our titles against John and Angelo on Sunday, but Jesse was supposed to be back by Saturday, so there wasn't going to be a problem. But then Jesse called. He'd had car problems and wasn't going to be back before Tuesday. I called Angelo and explained the situation. I asked if we could postpone the match until then, but he just laughed and hung up. Yeah, I expected no less. I was set, and because I hate to say it, but when we're doing territories and the title, when you're wrestling in a territory and you have the title, expect that, because it is a cutthroat game, very brutal. You expect it. You do it to I would have done it to him too. So I was set to defend our titles alone against two of the top competitors in our territory. On Sunday, several people showed up to wrestle in various matches, and according to the rules of the territory, I could choose a stand-in for Jesse as long as they were a lower level than his character. Jesse's character was several levels lower than Angelo and John, but he punched at a much higher level, if you get my meaning. Most of the folks who showed up were much lower than Jesse's character was, much lower level than Jesse's character was. But most of them couldn't stick around for long. The only option I had as a substitute was my friend Terry. He had a 5th level character. It was a good character, very capable, but just a lot lower level by about 8 levels. Yeah. My intent was to have him stand in the corner while I beat them by myself. Essentially, I wasn't going to tag him at all unless if I didn't have to. The match started, and I went all out trying to eliminate John's character completely. I figured if I could beat him without letting him tag, it would be like a singles match, I figured that was my best shot. I did well for the first 3 rounds. I was really kicking the crap out of him. I hit him with all of my specialties. I don't recall what the actual ruling was, but we could only use our specialties once. So I used them all on John. His character was in really hurting status. I had him, and I really had him. But then he got lucky and tagged Angelo. Angelo's character beat the living piss out of me for like 5 rounds. It was bad because I had nothing big to hit him with, and we fought pretty good for the first round or so, but then he started using his specialties, and that was pretty much it. He put me into a figure 4 leg lock, and I was sinking fast. For those of you who are familiar with these characters, my character later actually got a specialty figure 4, but at the time I didn't have it. Yeah, I was sinking fast. I could not get out of this figure 4. And then Terry came off the top rope and hit Angelo with a specialized leg drop. Yeah, he rolled a critical strike and knocked Angelo's character out cold. But we had different critical hit charts back then. And, Terry only had 6 attacks, but he had used 2 to get to the top rope, 3 came down for the leg drop, and then 1 to roll me on top of Angelo. And then by rule, he automatically vacated the ring at the end of his initiatives. Well, the ref counted 1, 2, 3 before John's character could intervene. As I recall, John's character had taken a round of recovery during that round before Terry, so he couldn't do anything. So yeah, we were able to win. Terry saved our championship, and we were very, very grateful. Yeah, that was That was one of those times when I was the anvil and everybody else was the hammer. Terry happened to be the guy who jumped in and saved the day. Yeah. Sometimes a substitute can be useful, but at 5th level, honestly, who'd have thought, right? And again, Terry's character was capable, but he was somewhat limited because he was such a lower level than ours. But yeah, that worked out pretty good. The game pictured here, Muscle, is on my author page, H.L. Anderson. If you enjoy a good book, check it out. I have a lot of stuff on I have 11 books total, with 2 tabletop role-playing games included on my author page, H.L. Anderson. You can find all of them there. Go check it out. And check me out over on Rumble for my political commentary and weekly current events. If you enjoy my content, it would really help me out if you could hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, share my content, and post a comment or two. Remember, I welcome your comments, even if you disagree with me. Hope this finds everybody well. You folks have a good one. God bless one and all.